This is Loudspeaker.
This show features scenes that may not be appropriate for all audiences. A full list of content warnings is available in the show notes. Remember that nothing is what it seems when you're tuned into the weird.
Hal, you're walking down the streets of Carrion Hill. How does it feel to be back?
Given what you told me at the end of the last episode, I have to assume not good, or is this pre-whatever happened?
This is the actual streets pre what you saw before of Carrion Hill.
It feels off. Like it feels like I am invading privacy. It does not feel like I thought it would feel to be back in Carrion Hill. It does have that vibe of like, Maggie's gonna get mad. Why am I here? Because am I aware I am in a mental dreamscape created by a demon named Greg?
I don't think so in this space. I think you're just in this space, kind of confused, like it's a dream.
Okay. Then, yeah, I think I just kind of make a beeline to maybe go to the pizza bar, because that is one of my few points of references I have is like the pizza bar and probably like Maggie's house and stuff like that. But obviously, I don't think Hal would want to go to Maggie's place.
Right, yeah. So you see the pizza bar, and it's about like quarter of a mile down, so it's like a significant distance. You're over by the restaurant where you had breakfast, which isn't actually too far away from the pizza bar. They're still very close, but it's just far enough away that, you know, it's just a slight little walk. But you walk towards there, and you can see Maggie leaving the pizza bar.
Frozen. Hal cannot move.
She looks at you, and she freezes as well.
I raise a finger to speak, and then immediately dash the other way.
As you dash away, the town starts disappearing around you. The 13 churches, the two restaurants, the neighborhoods, even like the mining equipment just right over the hill that you can just see peeking over. It all just disappears. And you're no longer standing in a town. You're standing in a desert.
I turn around and look for Maggie.
She's gone.
Fuck no, she's not. I begin running back in the direction where Maggie was.
All right, and as you start running back, you flash right back to the moment, right back into Harpstead, and Sam walks up to you. So you and Sam are in town and are currently in the midst of a fight, namely over the location of a specific gun that has gone missing somewhere in town. I don't know. Like we took it from Ash, and then the church burned down.
No. Who we? Who is we?
It was me, Paul, Steve, Ryan, Sarah. It was
This is a
all
lot
of
of people to be taking one small gun. I don't think each of you had a hand on it. One person had to have taken this gun. Who was it?
It was me.
And where is it now?
I don't know.
Well, when you took the gun, did you grab it by the barrel or by the end with the trigger?
I grabbed it by the barrel.
All right, well, that barrel's going to be getting a lot closer to you if you don't find it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Understood?
Yes, Pastor.
We have a great exodus coming, my child, and we must be prepared for it, and all of the firearms must come to me.
Okay. I understand.
Greg be with you.
And also with you.
This has gotten so out of hand.
And then I drop them off to go find my fucking gun.
Yeah, and as Sam walks away from you, Hal, we pan over. You can't see this,
Ooh.
but the audience can. Look at you, dear audience. That hiding, nestled.
Fuck.
What?
No, I know. They took the fucking gun, didn't they?
Yeah. So nestled behind their back, kind of in their pants waistline behind them, as a Tomb Raider wants to do, or John McClane is wont to do. It is tucked in the pants line, and she walks off.
The line of great action heroes: Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, John McClane, Sam.
I go and collect more gasoline.
Hi there.
Hi.
I don't think you were here earlier getting the gas, right?
That I was. I need more.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. It's about $3 a gallon right now. So, how much would you like to pay for?
Jesus Christ! This is the 90s.
It is 95 cents per gallon. How much was fucking gas in the 90s? Gas prices in the it's $1.15 a gallon right now.
That's exactly what I just saw.
Jesus Christ.
It's $1.15 a gallon right now. It's a little high. I'm sorry about the rise in prices. You know,
You better be.
Bill Clinton. You know, old Bill Clinton.
I know old Tricky Bill. Yes, just load me up. We've got a very long drive ahead of us, and we are going to need as much gas as we can get here.
All right. And he starts filling up your car. This is one of those locations where they fill up the gas for you.
Hate it.
And then it
Monsters.
fills up the Ford Fiesta. The Ford Fiesta has about it's a monster. It's about a 18-gallon tank for this Ford Fiesta. It was taken from like a fucking semi.
50-gallon tank.
It's a fucking Ford Ranger. They took it from a fucking Ford Ranger. You fill it up, and the gentleman says, "Well, it's going to be about $43."
How about this? A good word from the Lord instead. Peace be with you, my child. And then I just walk out the door, get in the car, and leave.
Hey, you need to pay the fuck. God damn it, those fucking cult members. Jesus Christ. Where are you going? I don't know where you're going.
I'm preparing for the great exodus, so I'm going now to like a hardware store to pick up various bits of weaponry. Not weaponry, like a machete,
How
you know.
How serious are you?
My town is getting destroyed if I don't go and save it. We are going to go on a mass exodus. My people
you
are
destroyed
going.
it. You're the one who set it on fire.
Oh, you're
No,
talking about Carrion Hill.
I'm talking about
Oh.
Carrion Hill, and my premonition of the future has shown.
That wasn't your town. You were there for 3 days.
I was there for more than
Not
that.
even.
I'd visit every weekend or whatnot.
All right. So, Scotty, I do need to say that before you leave for Carrion Hill, we do need to be at the town at
Oh, yeah,
at
yeah. No, right
Harpstead
now I'm
so
just
that we can get all
prepping.
that.
So, just in the background, imagine Hal Bishop gathering up random shit. But yeah, like, there ain't much plot action happening right now. Now I'm just going full Mad Max Fury Road.
I dig this. So we cut back to the farm.
Are we picking up like right where we left off?
There's been a little bit of a break, so you had some time for water and Ash's rest a little bit.
Yeah, like what time is it? Is it still?
It's nighttime.
Yeah, it would be probably at least 7. At
Yeah.
least 7. But
Yeah,
but
so
probably closer
it's
to,
like
8.
sunset at this point. Like it's
Yeah.
it's
So
still
dusk was when I was supposed to be executed.
right. Oh, true. So it's nighttime.
But it would have to be probably a pretty bright moon, right? Because the farmer saw us at dark.
I did just realize, yeah, it's midnight. How Bishop's buying machetes by candlelight right now.
Okay, it's the next morning. So
Okay, good.
this is so y'all have had the night to sleep on this farm.
That was chill of them.
Yeah, Ash has been sleeping on the couch, and Jesse, you had a you slept? There was like a pile of hay somewhere, or like what?
I think if they did not specify, I would just like probably have taken a spot on the floor near where Ash is sleeping, and I would have taken like a pillow from the couch or something to prop up my head.
You know what? Here's the thing. I would say you both are small enough that you both can fit on a couch. Like this is a bigger, like a little bit longer of a normal couch, and y'all can like toe to toe, like one person's laying this way, one person's laying this way, and as long as you're slightly in the fetal position, both of you can fit on this couch.
Cool.
Yeah. So the man comes up to you and says, "All right, I need you to fucking get out of off my property."
Jesus Christ.
I gotta say, you have been just so kind to let us stay here overnight after everything we went through. Oh my goodness. What? How long have you had to deal with these folks?
Did you not just hear what I said? I said you need to fucking go. Like I'm not here to talk to you folks about any of this. I don't need any of the drama that those people tend to cause for me and my family.
Well, then why is one of you been hiding in the town and sneaking around in the church?
You saw her, huh?
Yes, sir. We saw her running out of the back of the church right as it caught ablaze and sent all those folks scattering. And all the while, I'm like taking off my shoe and making a really big production of like knocking rocks out of it and sort of relacing it and everything, just sort of making moves towards leaving, but not actually like in any hurry.
Ash isn't even like, I'm not even bothering with the pretense.
But yeah, we saw her run right out.
Well, we have been at odds with Harpstead for about 10 generations. The Russell family. The name's fuck.
Nice to meet you, fuck.
Name's Fuck Russell.
The first thing that popped up was Ross Russell. That's not it.
Jeez.
Yes.
Freddie did pop up here 4 times on this roll. Hi there, folks. My name's Fred Russell. Yeah, so the Russell family, we've been here on this farm for hundreds of years, and we have a very specific agreement with Harpstead.
Really now? All right. What's that?
They leave us alone. We leave them alone.
Not exactly the Magna Carta, but effective.
Clearly, that's not what's happening.
No, you're right, because very recently they have been growing in numbers. There's usually about like 10 or 15 of them, and now there's about like 50. 50 of those Harpsteadians. And that's kind of worrisome, because you escaped from there. You said that you were about killed. You've probably seen what they are capable of.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Right? My daughter here, she has been just keeping an eye, making sure that they're not trying to pull a fast one.
Seems fair enough, Mr. Freddy.
The other thing, those people don't come around here because of what we grow.
Did I notice what they were growing as we were walking in last night?
What are they growing? I was thinking being joking and saying it's weed.
Please. Yeah, I was gonna say, please,
you guys
please
have
don't.
a real bad skunk problem around here, don't you?
Because I've got a really good idea now, Charles. So you better tell me what they're fucking growing.
Turnips.
Fuck.
Mustard.
So
What?
we've been
Bottles
growing
of mustard.
And mustard is a plant, idiot.
for the last 200 years. My family's been growing lavender. And I don't know if you noticed, none of their food has lavender. Most food doesn't. However, in this case, there's no lavender. There's not really any kind of plants out there. And they do that on purpose, because that lavender can kill them.
That's peculiar.
Well, I gave you something. I want something in return. The fuck were you doing in that town?
Well, I'd gotten a call, a package showed up at the radio station I work for, had a burner phone in it and a letter, and I got to talking with somebody who said that they were, let me cut to the chase, the pastor lured me there to eat me, but I got there a little bit early, took a look, saw him eating somebody else. That's when I turned tail, ran out of there, met the agent here, and I don't know if I got the story of why you guys were on your way.
My partner and I work for a specific branch of the government that tends to deal with this sort of thing. We were given a tip-off by an anonymous source. Honestly, I thought it was garbage, and that we were just going to bust a normal cult. It was a favor for my partner. He just had a breakup. He's kind of going through a thing. It's a long story. But now I've had reason to believe that we were also lured here. I'm not 100% sure why. I'm sort of beyond caring. Like I said, I'm also having a time at this point. God, I've got the worst headache. I lost all my 5-hour energies.
You said you had another agent?
Yes, my partner, Hal Bishop.
He kind of went off the deep end.
No, he's fine. He's going through... Look, I murdered the pastor, before he could eat young Jesse here.
Thank you, by the way.
You're very welcome. You know, I was waiting for a thank you on that. I wasn't going to say anything, but, I do appreciate that. Hal did take over the cult. It was for show, but I think he's starting to enjoy himself a little more. Like I said, he's been having a rough time lately. He did get imbued with Greg's powers. Greg is a really odd name for a centuries-old demonic regeneration cult, whatever that thing is. I just want to throw that out there. No one's really mentioned it.
So what was your, sorry if you mentioned this earlier, Mr. Fred, but what was your daughter, right? What was she doing in Harpstead? Was she just checking on him? Like, what's the deal?
Good question. We're trying to get rid of them, once and for all. And it seems like right now may be a good time to do so. And I'm thinking that you may agree with me there.
I think we could help each other out, yes.
I think so, yeah.
So your friend is running this cult now, huh? So we're going to have to kill your friend, no one...
We're going to have to back up a little bit there.
He like just got a little bit of a hint of Greg. Do you think maybe we could sort of back it out?
There's no such thing as a hint of Greg.
Just a touch of Greg.
I think maybe we get like a little lavender tincture. Maybe that'll like just spray it on him, get like a little kitty cat, and I think that might shoo that Greg away.
Mr. Russell, after they put whatever it is that gives him the powers or whatnot, he had the opportunity to kill me, and he didn't take it. He's my partner, and yes, he's going through it, and he's not at his best, but he's not evil, and I'm not going to kill him. And look, we are going to take this cult out. We're absolutely going to destroy him, but if you do anything to hurt Hal Bishop, I will kill you.
Wow, that was pretty intense. Well, anyway, also, Mr. Fred, you came into this, like, hundreds of years in, right? Like, these people have been around for a while. So as far as you know, they've been bad people from the beginning. As far as you know, this process, this Gregification, doesn't do anything to affect somebody's personality. Agent Hal could be the exact same person he's always been. It's kind of jumping the gun a little bit to just, take a big swath of lavender, shove it all down his throat.
Ash, when you were in there and you saw your friend had changed, did you notice something different about him? Have you noticed anything off about your friend?
Well, he was a little toothier, and, he didn't have his usual kicky ponytail, but that was about it.
Everything else seemed like the same person.
The ponytail is a really significant defining feature.
Okay, well, we're gonna try to save your friend, I guess. I don't know how the fuck we're gonna do that.
I'll handle that part. Let's just please take care of this colt, because I really would like to go home and get a really good cup of coffee.
Hey everyone, it is Charles here in the middle of the episode here on episode 3, chapter 5, the final chapter of Welcome to Harpstead. So we've got just a little bit left of this episode arc for you, and then we will be starting our 4th episode, so which is really, really exciting. So we'll get right back into it real quick here, but I do want to say a few thank yous as usual. Thank you so much to Lee Shackelford, who voices the intro at the beginning of every episode. Thank you so much to Nancy Dreckman for voicing Cheyenne Midday, the DJ of The Vibe, our sister show, which airs opposite weeks of us. Thank you so much to Ty from Side Character Quest. Ty, it has been an absolute honor to work with you over the last few months. Thank you so much. Ty's show, Side Character Quest, the link to that is in the show notes of this episode. And then, as always, thank you so much to Loudspeaker, our network, who supports us in creating this art. Loudspeaker is a hybrid radio station and podcasting network that focuses on creating shows that are run by members of underserved communities. Our show's there, the Vibe's there. We've got a few more shows coming up here soon. There's a lot of great stuff. Because it's a radio station, we have a lot more flexibility in what we can air on the station. So we have a lot of cool aspects of the show that you can listen to live with us or listen to on our Patreon, which you can go to patreon.com/jointheweird and join up, where you will get a bonus episode. You'll get access to the game that we're playing, which we will be updating in the next few weeks, behind the scenes content, early access to the podcast, and soon, within the next week, I think, we're actually doing a one-shot with a famous horror movie monster that Ash Delaney and Hal Bishop go up against. Real fun time, and that goes up here for our Patreon, or for our patrons here in the next week or so. We're hoping by Halloween, but due to certain circumstances, it may be a little bit late. With that, yeah, we're jumping into episode 4 next. It's a lore-heavy episode, which is really, really exciting. I'm really excited for y'all to experience that. And then just be aware, after episode 4, we are going to take a mid-season break to get the final few episodes all scheduled and ready to go to finish out season 1 of The Weird. We're about halfway through. We will be halfway through here shortly. So that's, it's a lot. Super excited that you've joined us here with us.
Dear Diary, today the mean man with the glasses gave me a lobotomy.
Would you please take this seriously? This is a scientific recording device. I take it you're familiar with the guidelines of your sentence, seeing as you agreed to come here of your own volition.
That's a pretty generous term.
Well, point being, you are here now, and I don't believe your feelings have much of an effect on your situation. You took the deal. You transferred to Nemesine. What's done is done.
Hello, police. Where should I commit a crime? Could you direct me to a good place to rob, please?
Given the lack of successes in this area from my predecessor, Dr. Dent, and the fact that we don't have access to any of the pre-existing research in this field...
Because we're working in a space prison.
Because we're working in a space prison. I'm not expecting any major breakthroughs.
Amazon, coming to all podcast streaming platforms on July 17th. Remember where you are.
So we cut back to Hal, and what is Hal doing in preparation now?
God, what the fuck is Hal doing?
I did buy fireworks, because I couldn't find guns, I guess.
Fair.
So I did buy fireworks and also a bottle of whiskey, but that's just for later, after the Great Exodus. What you see when you cut back to Harpstead is the Ford Fiesta there, and then two other cars next to it that have been acquired by my cult. I don't know how they did it. I commanded them to do it. So there's enough cars there essentially to load up a majority of the cult, and the rest can go in the trunk. And you see me standing once again, clad in robes. Beard is even more scraggly, hair long and matted and nasty as hell.
Day.
It's been a stressful day, not just a day. And old Jared Leto gets on top of the hood of the Ford Fiesta as basically his congregation lays in front of him.
Wait. Harold Leto.
Oh, fuck you. Don't do that to me.
Womp, womp.
Ladies and gentlemen of my congregation, today is a good day. Today is a new day. Yes, it is, because today is the day of the great Exodus. Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Thank you. Not as good as Thomas. May he rest in peace with Greg. But today is the day of the great Exodus because, of course, many of you have heard my story, heard the story of my brother-in-law, Greg, of how he died, but his spirit came upon me, rescued me from the depths itself, rescued me from death itself, and brought me back to life. But what you do not know is that a brother-in-law can only exist if there is a sister. That is right, ladies and gentlemen of Harpstead. The sister of Greg still lives, and she lives in a small town known as Carrion Hill, Alabama. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. My former girlfriend, bride, is alive. The spirit of Greg is alive and here on this planet Earth, and it is now our job to go and protect her, for I had a premonition, and that premonition provided to me evidence that Carrion Hill is in danger, and it is our job to save Carrion Hill and save the sister of Greg. We're doing it for Greg. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Thank you. Oh, I miss old Thomas. So are we ready to do this or what? And then I just hold up my hands and then get down off the hood. And basically it's now like we're preparing to go blow up the Death Star. I'm just going around making sure everyone's good.
You make him roll for that.
They're my cult.
Yeah, it's his cult. Yeah.
My cult now.
Yeah, they believe him 100%. However, we cut to just Sam's face, just like looking at Hal kind of with a little bit of disdain, and then we cut back to our good friends over yonder. How do you prepare for said battle? Are we gonna fucking battle now? I didn't expect for like a battle to happen.
It's not a battle. I'm just trying to go to Carrion Hill, fuck some shit up with some Roman candles.
Well, I'm having a thought. Do I know about the castle?
Oh. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm the only person who knows about the castle.
Farmer Russell doesn't know about the castle?
Or have any reason to mention it?
Let's talk about Greg. You can ask like, what more do you know about Greg?
Okay. We gotta have a plan of attack here. I don't think we could just run up to town and just start hurling lavender at people. Is there any other information that you have gleaned that might be useful here. Can I roll for research?
Yeah, roll for research.
Also, don't I have a move here? I have the weird. Your life experience gives you a +1 to any shrewd rolls against the weird. Or
Okay.
maybe I want to save that, actually.
Okay, save it.
Can I roll for research?
Hell yeah.
Okay. That is a 7 plus 1. That's a 8.
Okay, so it's still a mixed success. Can you read off research for me real quick?
I get answers to one question. So you choose one from this, but you get to choose one from this list. The evidence is tampered with. Someone interrupts your research. The evidence isn't what it seems. And so I get the answer to one question. And of the questions is, who does this belong to? What actually happened here? Where did they go? Is there something I missed? Man, research only works if there's evidence, huh?
Yeah. Is there something I missed? That's a good one.
Yeah, I get. Okay, yes, fair enough. Is there something I missed? In this case, a big fucking castle.
Right. I've run into those folks here and there, right? Going into town, especially lately. Every once in a while, they've mentioned, heading up to the castle for whatever reason. There's no castles around here. Look at the tree line. Do you see any castles anywhere peeking up over anything?
Not immediately, no.
Yeah, so, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me, right? They keep talking about this place called the castle. Definitely not their church. Something's out there. Something specific. A castle that's hidden in the clouds. I like to go there sometimes in my sleep. It's dumb.
Jesus Christ.
If you're gonna do your Prince reference, I will do my Les Mis reference.
Hell yeah.
And as he's kind of explaining this, someone does interrupt you. And the smiling face of Sam
oh no.
walks into the house and says, I can help you find that place.
Betrayer! Judas!
Sam looks at the two of you and says, so I think we all have the same problem here. Yeah? And I think that problem is Hal Bishop.
You want to run that by me, Sam? You wanted to murder both me and Jesse yesterday.
Mm-hmm. So I have been in this cult probably the shortest period of time out of the rest of the people. I feel, however, that they're going against the original mission of Greg. Living together, living as one. And now we're off on some mission to a town in Alabama.
What?
It seems like your friends just kind of have a thing about having a leader. It just kind of like latch on to the most charismatic person in the room.
Yeah, it feels like that too, huh?
Yeah.
It's kind of like how cults work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's how a cult operates. Did you say a town in Alabama?
Yeah, he wants to go to a Carrion Hill, I guess. Just like a...
Oh, hell. You weren't even dating all that long.
He said that he had a premonition about something happening there, and now the whole town is excited to go to this other town to save his wife?
They were just dating. Oh my god.
Point of order, Sam. Premonition, is that a thing that happens that really does happen with someone in his position? Can you do a premonition?
That's how he found the three of you. That's how the previous pastor found y'all.
What are you proposing, Sam?
You help me, I will help you.
And what do you define as help? And what are you expecting in return? I'm gonna need some clearer parameters here.
You're right. You help me remove Hal from his seat as the voice of Greg, and I'll help you get him back. I will help make sure that this town is no longer an issue. I will put this town back where it needs to be, focused on each other, not on external things. Sound like a plan? And Sam reaches out her hand for, like, shaking your hand.
While that is happening, I make quick eye contact with Mr. Fred to see how he is reacting to this.
He has his shotgun loaded and ready to fire at any moment.
Okay, so he does not make eye contact with me. I just see that look. All right.
Are you saying that you could get us to this castle, Sam?
Oh, yeah.
Then a deal's a deal.
Cool. Okay, so I need to know what you guys are fucking doing, or do I?
I don't think so, because I feel like it's the obvious progression of where things will go.
I think so, yeah.
That's a terrifying statement. It's the obvious progression.
And me and Scotty have talked.
Okay, how are you guys going to solve the Scotty has powers thing?
With a little thing called the power of friendship, Charles.
Dope. Okay, cool.
And I am assuming that things are operating on vampire rules in certain respects also.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Fucking
all right,
send
then,
it.
yeah, no, then we got this. We're set. We're good. This is gonna be dope as hell.
All right. So, where do you guys want to start?
Me, Jesse, and I don't know, is Fred coming too?
Fuck yeah, Fred's coming too. His daughter's not.
Okay, that's fine.
Fair.
She did quite a lot of reconnaissance apparently. We are loaded up with lavender, I guess.
I've shoved it down my pants and under my shirt and stuff.
And is this bothering Sam being this close to it?
Oh yeah,
like, how
100%.
close do they have to get?
It has to be touching, but like lavender can spread.
Yeah.
So like the smell itself is kind of making Sam go just a little unease the stomach. Every once in a while she goes, hold up. Whew, I can't breathe. Ooh, okay, I'm good.
Do we notice any like visible physical reaction? Like is Sam's skin turning like red or like getting hives or anything like that?
I would say like hives. Yeah, you see like a couple little bumps like maybe on her neck and that she is itching as well.
Which is not to say that a piece of lavender from 5 feet away is going to do something, but she is in the middle of a field of lavender. Right. So like, okay.
Who would have thought all those people with essential oils were onto something? And, yeah, I guess Sam's leading us to the castle.
Sam looks at you all and says, well, what we call Greg, it's kind of a bad translation for what Greg is. What we understand of Greg is that he's been around a long time. He's had many different names. Originally, from what I understand from hearing from the previous pastor, they called him Gregoth, the olden god Gregoth, and that slowly over time changed to just Greg.
As it is with most immigrants.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Gregoth was his name from the old god country.
Just quickly, assumedly if they're going to the castle, wouldn't they have to cross where I could see them to go up to the castle?
So if you look at the map, there is kind of like 2 different distinct paths that lead up towards the castle itself.
I see.
So there is.
I wonder why those 2 distinct paths were created. I wonder why there are 2 separate ways to get there.
Mm-hmm. So that is kind of the direction that we are heading, is back towards that. And as you just previously, as Hal did, once you get across very specifically the river that's there, you can start to see the castle appear in front of you. And yeah, same exact situation. The ground is burned out around it. What are you doing? I am going along with your game plan at this point.
So, what are your intentions here, Sam?
I want to be the person in charge. That's it.
Well, how's going to the castle going to make this happen?
There can only be one Highlander. No, there can only be one pastor at any one time. So, if we go there, we talk to Greg, say, hey, your new guy's not working out. Maybe he will make me the pastor?
Greg's the reasonable sort?
I don't know. I haven't really spoken too much to Greg personally, but we can try.
Right, and then once we do that, we go back to Harpstead, we take the lavender, and we take out Hal. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me. I still have the keys to the Ford Fiesta. Jesse, let me give those to you for safekeeping. Jesse, I don't have the keys to the Ford Fiesta. I fall back a little bit as we're walking, and I elbow you very sharply in the ribs. And I'm probably going to have to roll now because
yes,
I'm going to try to very, very clandestinely tell you to use your burner and call Hal.
Okay. What am I trying to...
You're going to warn him.
Okay. I think that is the what I would have assumed. So I
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So here, let me. Well, I got to roll. That's a 10.
Oh, thank God.
Oh God. My modifier would be +2, but you know what? That's a 10 on its own, baby.
Yeah.
Dope.
So yeah, I guess I make the little cell phone motion with my hand while Sam's back is turned, and I'm hoping you can figure it out from there.
Okay, so yeah, I hit the speed dial for Hal in my pocket and let it ring, and after a few moments, I'm assuming Hal picks up.
Hal Bishop, former government agent, current cult leader. How can I help you today?
So Sam, I know we're walking up towards this here castle. So what exactly is the game plan for when we catch this Hal fella? Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. I know you probably just said this to... were you guys just talking about this, you and Ash? Were you and Ash, as we approach this castle, just talking about what the plan was as far as...
I feel like I understand. I feel like I get it. I hang up the phone. I take a step down off the Ford Fiesta because I think I just perma stand on the Ford Fiesta until we're getting ready to leave. And I look around at my followers and I go, just give me 1 second. I just need a quick head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're missing Miss number 13, old Judas. Folks, Exodus is canceled. We're going to the fucking castle. And we just start marching towards the castle.
No!
Yes, I'm bringing all of them with me.
I don't know. Why would you do that?
To take out Judas.
That is the opposite of helpful. Just bring yourself, you fucking idiot.
I'm lusting over cult power.
Scotty!
This is a game. I will roll a dice to see if the thrall overtakes me, and if I go alone, or if I bring the cult.
No, Scotty, you go with the cult. You go with the cult. That's what you said you were going to do. You were going to do that.
No, okay, I rolled an 8, which means me and 2 cult members. That's it. The rest stay behind to get prepared for the Exodus.
I'm legitimately mad at you right now.
I don't care. This is what... he's under a thrall. I am the bad guy here. I'm not supposed to make you happy.
Keep the story going. What's happening?
All right. Are we at the damn castle?
Yeah. So you're making your way in. The doors are wide open. You make your way inside of this space, and the shape of Greg inside of the chair, Gregoth, is seated at the
Greg. Like the shape of water.
and then we seduce him.
My favorite Ed Sheeran song. The shape of Greg.
I'm in love with the shape of Greg.
You hear the rumbling of Greg's deep voice. What brings you here?
Well, we've never met. My name is Ash Delaney.
To be perfectly frank, I did not 100% think that I would actually, I think there was some part of my mind that thought this whole thing I was going to come over here and it was going to be a prank show or something.
Aston Kutcher! Where are you, Aston Kutcher?
Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Oh God. My name's Jesse Ward. I think you might have known that. Whew.
That doesn't answer my question. What are you doing here?
I'll let Ash take this.
It's okay. I'll field this one. You can put the talk boy away.
I don't think I can move. Hand is locked in position with it held up.
It's fine, buddy. You were doing great. You did a great job. Very proud of you. So, came up to see you. Wanted to say hi. Lovely town you've got. Had quite a stay here. Great people. Definitely haven't hated every minute of it. Got introduced to your pastor. It's been a wild time. Met Sam here. And, Sam, I think you had something you wanted to say.
Sam is just kind of like... Sam has experienced Greg before, but never has really spoken to him directly. Greg, sir, the person that we chose to work with you is not working out. Can we choose somebody else? Namely, somebody who has been with the cult for some time. There's just quiet as Greg thinks. Greg looks and says, "What? No, like, what's wrong? What is not working?"
I just did this earlier today, Christ.
WTF, you guys.
But no, Greg looks and says,
That is fine. Who is the new leader?
and Sam looks and says, "Well, I was hoping it would be me. I think that I would be really good at this situation. I feel like I have a lot of qualifications. I really care about you. I really care about the cult. Do you call it a cult, Greg? Do you, like, I don't know if that's like a word that you use. I don't know. But anyways, my goal is to make sure that we focus on you and we focus on our family."
That is fine.
A Roman candle bursts through the door and just cracks Sam in the side of the fucking head.
Sam gets knocked to the ground.
Then what can only be described as angry Jesus walks through the door. Family! Is that what you want to talk about? Family! You abandoned us on the day of the great Exodus! You betrayed us! You betrayed me! And I grab Sam by the hair and just, like, drag them outside, leaving you two in there alone with Greg to do whatever you want. Meanwhile, I'm going outside and just holding Sam above my head maniacally.
Okay, before we continue, let's have Ty roll for assess, because Ty did ask me very politely in a chat to roll for assess.
Yes, I said when it is appropriate, I would like to roll for assess, because I didn't want to step on anybody's toes. All right.
Fucking roll.
Okay. 7 plus. What do I add for that? 9.
So you get one. Is it one question?
Yes.
Okay. What is your one question out of the list?
Oh boy. Okay. Where can I gain the most advantage? Because like I know I have this lavender, and I would assume that if it can hurt these other people, then maybe it can also hurt Greg. So like I assume that he is vulnerable to that, or that Greg is vulnerable to that. Where can I gain my most advantage?
Right where you're at, actually. Right where you're standing, because Greg's eyes are mostly focused on the person who shot a fucking rocket into his castle. So, like, the focus is there. And being a big boy looking past you, his eyes aren't focused necessarily on you right now.
All right.
Delaney, at this point, is like, looking at Greg, looking at that situation, looking at Jesse, and it's just like, oh, there's a lot going on here. Oh, wait, where's Fred?
Fred's outside. Don't worry about
Fred's
Fred.
just hanging out.
Fred didn't go in the cast. Oh, yeah, that's right. You brought 2 others with you, so I guess Fred's dealing with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fred's got lavender. Yeah, Fred's got lavender. It's fine. Jesse,
Yeah.
look at me.
Yeah.
It's time for this talk boy to become a talk man.
Jesse turns towards away from Ash and towards Greg, the shadowy figure sitting in the throne, reaches into his pants, pulls out a bunch of lavender, and just charges him.
And Ash starts running towards out of the castle towards whatever the fuck Bishop's got going on.
Okay, Ty, I need you to roll to attack.
Hey guys, that'd be a 5.
Oh no!
Jesse, no!
I'm gonna cut back to Jesse here in a second. So you lift Sam up by her throat, and she's just kind of gasping for air at this point. And as this is happening, she goes back and reaches for the gun and tries to pull on you and shoot you right in this moment. And I need you to, real quick, roll for evade.
Roll to not die.
Roll evade, fucker.
That's a 6 and a 4. That's a 10. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
You don't have anything. Yeah, I always know your stats because they're my stats. You don't have anything to evade, but that's good enough, baby.
Yeah.
So,
Wait,
what
I
do you
don't
do?
know if we should be cheering this moment where I am choking a woman to
Oh, fuck.
death.
You're right.
Okay, but she is also
Ooh,
she's also a vampire lady, and she was gonna shoot him in the face. So you know.
All right. So, what do you do? Tell me how you kind of evade this.
I don't think I evade in the traditional sense of the word. I don't know to what extent Greg Powers come, but I imagine gun comes around, Hal just grabs the wrist. I don't know if I have the ability to break it, but squeeze the wrist with like enough force that it forces the gun out of their hands, and then I like kick it out the door.
Betrayer! I'm just screaming, staring up at Sam, and my eyes are now, like, you can see the pupils dilate, and then dilate even more to where my eyes are pure black, and I'm just screaming Judas at her as I'm bringing her skull closer to my mouth, which is now opening to reveal these jagged shards of teeth in massive rows going back into my gullet.
And Ash has picked up Sam's, Hal's gun, really, the discarded gun, slid down, grabbed it, and come back up. Hal, we're good. We're good. You put her down. Put her down, boy.
She betrayed me. She betrayed us. She betrayed the cult.
Hal, it's over. Jesse is in there, hopefully, murdering an old god. How did we get here? This was supposed to be a normal field trip.
I worked to bring these people hope, to bring these people care, to bring these people love, and she's trying to ruin it. She's trying to break away from me, and I'm not going to let her do that. For we are one.
This was my fault when I said lean into the youth pastor Hal Bishop thing, wasn't it? Okay. Hal, put the cultist vampire? Did we establish? Put her down! Now!
Or what?
Hal, if you do this, you're going to regret it. Trust me when I say that I'm speaking from experience. You remember what I said to you in the church? The thing that you have control over is what kind of person you let the weird, your experiences, everything turn you into. Is this the kind of person you want to be?
Ever since I came here, Delaney, I have come up with one thing every single week, one thought that is pervasive throughout my head, and it's the fact that I don't fucking know anything. Doesn't matter if we're going up against an evil cult. Doesn't matter if they're recreating Jurassic Park in Alabama. I don't know anything, and that means if anything happens, if any problems happened, I don't know how to fix them. But now, I can. Now, if Carrion Hill's going to be destroyed, I can stop it. Now, if this world gets in danger, I can stop it. I have the power finally.
Look around you. Does this look like a fix? You're about to try to bite Sam's head off. This isn't going to fix anything. All you're doing is avoiding what's scaring you by making more problems. Please, we'll figure it out. You just put her down.
Put her down, huh? Fine. And then I throw Sam in the air.
So, okay, here's what happens. You toss her into the air, and as you do, you start losing your power before she falls back into your mouth. Strangely, so this human being just like gets tossed in the air and then just comes down and hits you in the face. Lands on your fucking face. So you do take one harm.
Okay.
So please mark one harm on your sheet there, even though we are close to the end here, as she lands on your fucking face. As this happens, like, immediately, Ash realizes that something is going on here. And as Ash looks back, you can see that Jesse tried his best to hit Greg with the lavender, but Greg had hit Jesse instead with the same touch that he left on Hal.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
What do I feel like in this moment?
So I don't feel like you are as, like, theatrical as Hal is, and it's kind of the same situation where it grows over time. So I think, like, right off the bat, because it makes you feel really good, but I think you're still more human and realizing what has happened as of right now. And as you look back at everybody, Greg looks at you all and says, "Too much drama," and then disappears into the ether.
I'm real happy we're past the having to come up with explanations version of Hal Bishop, because at this point all he could come up with is, I don't know, I went into a castle and did cocaine with an old man and then started trying to eat people.
Seriously. Jesse?
Hey,
You all right, bud?
I don't know how to feel about what just happened here. Am I gonna have to start eating people?
I would hope not, because I've grown rather fond of you, and I really would prefer not to have to shoot you.
What is... Oh, man. And I flop to the, like, just sort of sit down on the ground and kind of just flop there. I don't know what to do now. Oh, jeez. And I start ripping lavender, like, out from under my shirt and, like, out of my pockets and stuff, where it has started to, like, leave hives and stuff on my body, because, as I said, I had shoved it into all of my clothes because I didn't want anybody to touch me.
Mm-hmm.
Ow, jeez.
While you're doing that, I do walk up to Sam, and I do kick her really hard, and I do press, like, just a huge hunk of lavender up against her skin.
I'm still under her!
Oh, I don't give a hot shit. I'm so mad at you. Like, we're gonna have a denouement, buddy. You hang in there. But then I sit down next to Jesse, and I hand you a card that just says, the Department of the Weird, and it has a phone number and an address in DC. This is my number. This is an address. Give me a call. Come find me. We'll sort this out.
And he takes the card, and he looks at you, and, like, there's tears welling up in his eyes as he realizes, like, he doesn't know what is going to happen next for him. Like, does he need to, like, is this like a thing like when you're bitten by a zombie and you need to kill yourself? Like, what is this? He doesn't know. And then he looks at the card. You guys work for the Department of Transportation?
That's it. Cut. That's it. That's great.
So as the Ewoks gather around Jesse cheering Yub Nub.
No, but I think the Harpstead situation I can't really be solved by just the two of you. So I think in this case you may have called for some backup.
Yeah, did a little quick phone call of like, hey, so here's the thing.
So I think that you call the director or, somebody at the department to bring in backup. Backup comes very quick, like within 30 minutes. And then you two decide, we'll just leave it to everybody else.
We've had a day. I don't know how much more useful we're going to be here in the shape that we're in currently.
Right.
They come in, they're nice and fresh, and maybe they see us and they're like, you guys should go. We got this.
So to get back to Washington, D.C., you make your way through Philadelphia. You two stop for food and, eat something, and it's quiet between you two. I don't think that there's a lot of talking after the events of the past few days. And you're outside of Philly, heading south towards D.C., and I think that this is kind of a good time for the two of you to discuss what the fuck happened this episode.
Now, would you say we're on the eastern side of Philadelphia, or perhaps in West Philadelphia?
I hate you so much.
God damn it, I hate this.
The energy, it's mostly just exhaustion.
Yeah.
And neither of us know where to begin with each other.
Yeah, you shot someone, I almost ate someone. I think we're both kind of okay, shit happened. But I do think Hal would be the first to break the silence simply with, do you think Jesse's going to be okay?
Okay, yes. Any more than that, we'll just have to see. I mean, the people that I called in, they'll take care of Harpstead and they'll have that handled. Jesse's going to have a lot to adjust to, but...
Yeah. It's not an easy adjustment, I'll tell you that. And look, I don't know who you called in, but they're not gonna be able to stop him. Greg, I mean, not Jesse. I don't think Jesse could hurt a fly, but...
Probably, not even with the Greg powers. Greg has definitely left the scene, it appears, so, I mean, I guess that's one good thing from this misadventure. And then perhaps, hopefully, you got whatever it is that you've had going on out of your system, so to speak.
Do you know why I almost ate Sam?
I feel like there are a lot of potential answers to that question, but I remember you saying that you felt like you had power, that you were in control. I mean, you were absolutely out of control, but I think we've established that, and I'm trying very hard to not hold it against you. I forget sometimes how young you are, and it's a lot for almost anyone to handle, and I know that I could have handled things better. I saw that you were in a bad place, and look, I don't do a lot of the emotionally connecting things, which is why I thought, cults, that would be a good time. And so, I mean, most of this is on you. I think that's valid. Most of this is on you, Hal, but I didn't do great either.
You did shoot a man.
Yeah, but I think he had it coming.
Fair point. The thing is, I didn't almost eat Sam. I didn't almost cause a great exodus. I didn't, fuck it, I'll say it, go off the deep end because of some mystical, ancient, old god, and that's what scares me. Greg made me see something. Greg got in my head and he showed me Carrion Hill, and he showed me it all disappearing, and he showed me Maggie disappearing, and I couldn't fucking accept that. And I don't know if I can right now, but I'm scared. I don't know what's going on, and fuck. You're all I have right now. And that's kind of a scary thought, no offense.
You know what? Honestly, you may have noticed I am not close with very many people either. And really, while it may have been a bit of a circuitous journey to get there, I think this is an important step forward for you, Hal. I mean, before, you weren't able to admit that you were scared at all. So, if anything, this is a step in the right direction. This is how you grow. How we grow. Together.
Don't like that.
Mm-mm.
Is it supposed to hurt this much?
Yeah, but I think it gets better. And about Carrion Hill, it was a vision that was implanted in your head. It was manipulation. But look, here's what I'll do. I will look into Carrion Hill. I'm sure everything is fine. You had a demon in your head, but I will look into it, double check. You don't have to worry about it at all. You don't have to deal with any Maggie-ness. I'll handle all of it.
Thanks.
That's what friends do?
Still don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, to get out of that awkward conversation, when I was getting back from getting the cheesesteaks, I saw this weird thing run down an alleyway. It was like 7 feet tall, covered in orange fur. I've got no idea. I figured you would know what it was.
No, I'm not familiar, but... Well, I mean, we've got some time to kill before we have to get back to the office.
Let's take him down.
God, you know we're gonna do a one-shot of that now, right? We have to...
Patreon.com/join the weird.
So actually, I like because it implies, because, you know, Gritty didn't become a thing until the late, to 2010s or something, that this is pre-Gritty, that whatever we do to Gritty, then he ends up getting work as a hockey mascot.
It's a Lilo and Stitch situation. We have to help Gritty find his perfect place on the hockey rink.
I love it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that later.
Yeah, so I think as you complete your mission, like your day mission to capture the orange fuzzy creature that roams the alleys of Philadelphia, I think the two of you make your way home. How you drop Delaney off at the DOT.
No one is allowed to know where Ash lives.
Right. And you go to your... tell me a little bit about your apartment right as of now.
It is a studio apartment, so it is just one big-ass room, and it does have a Murphy bed that I can kind of pull down. But the springs are a little bit too tight on them, so if I'm not laying on it, that bitch is going back up.
Okay.
There's a single CRT seated in front of, like, the window, with probably an NES, because that'll be old at this point, so I think Hal could have afforded, like, an NES so he could play some stuff. But I think the main thing you're wanting to know about the apartment is why there are all of these newspapers scattered everywhere, and what appears to be a trail of dog food leading from the kitchen onto in front of the Murphy bed.
Mm-hmm. And how does Gerard Butzler, your new flatmate, greet you when you come in?
Not like someone who almost ate a person a few hours ago should be treated. Leaps into my arms, licks the face, lets me know things are gonna be all right.
If you want to know more about Gerard Butzler the Corgi, you can check out Episode Plus on patreon.com/jointheweird.
For as little as $5, you can listen to our special adventure where you get introduced to the cutest corgi in a podcast.
And eventually us versus Gritty, I guess.
Yeah, I think you come into the apartment. Everything seems to be normal. Gerard Butler is very excited to see you, and there is a voicemail on your phone, and you don't really talk to too many people, so this is kind of interesting that somebody had called you. Even like Delaney doesn't even really call you, so it's kind of weird that you have a voicemail.
I don't know if it would be called a voicemail back then. I think it would be a message left on his answering machine.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Ancient.
the fucking
Ancient.
nerd. But yeah, so I think that's the kind of the situation there. Obviously, I'm guessing that you listen to it. I mean, if you say no, we can just end the episode here.
No, I just kind of go sit and play Nintendogs for a few. No, I do. I go and I press the button on the answering machine, which I assume sends a loud...
This is Hal. You know what to do. Or don't, I don't care.
And then it holds for like an awkward amount of time before the beep happens.
And no, hold on, it continues into...
I pressed the fucking button. Yeah, it's supposed to be... What do you mean it's still recording?
And then it hits the beep, like, in the middle.
I think this is Agent Bishop. Hi, you may not remember me. My name is, Dr. Cooper. We had met in Carrion Hill. How do I put this? Shit, I'll just cut to the chase. Something's going on in Carrion Hill, and I need to talk to you about it.
The Weird is created, produced, and written by Charles Joseph Kelly. Ash Delaney is played by Megan Danger. Hal Bishop is played by Scotty Moore. Cheyenne Madej is played by Nancy Dreckman. The narrator is played by Lee Shackelford. Guest starring Ty from Side Character Quest as Jesse. Everyone else is played by Charles Kelly. Thanks for joining The Weird, y'all.
This has been a production of Loudspeaker Networks. For more on this and other programs, visit loudspeaker.fm.